Welcome to the Ninjababes podcast. I am your host, Cara Palillo, and today it's me. It's just me on the podcast. I'm really excited because I've actually been wanting to do this for a while. I'm going to be giving you a one-on-one teaching on thought spirals. What does that mean? Basically, it means when you're going about your day and something goes wrong or you feel disappointed, something doesn't go your way, and all of a sudden you find yourself literally spiraling into a negative thought pattern. You don't even know how you got there. These spirals happen to the best of us, but it could be anything from, oh man, I didn't have time to study. I'm probably going to do terrible on this test. You have all sorts of anxiety about it. And maybe you end up doing well on the test, or maybe you don't. But your thoughts are consumed in, I'm going to fail this test. I'm going to end up getting a terrible grade in this class. I'm not going to be able to get into the college that I want to get into. I'm never going to have a good job. I really just suck at education in general, and I'm just a mess. I'm constantly struggling. Or maybe it's something ninja related where you feel like I'm just no good at grip obstacles. I always fall off of these things. I can never get my hands to stick where I want them to stick. Why do I even come to ninja? I'm just forever going to be in the same skill level. I'm never going to get better. People probably judge me all the time in ninja. People probably know that I suck. People probably talk about me behind my back. You name it, your thoughts have gone there from one thing to the other. And we end up in these negative spirals that just take us so far away from where we want to be. Well, today I want to talk to you about those spirals and how you can harness them and turn them into something positive and literally rework your brain in order to rework the world around you. Because the thoughts that we have in our head literally dictate what happens in the world around us. Now, yes, there's a lot of people in the world, and a lot of people all have their own thoughts, which are affecting all of their own atmospheres. But this isn't some voodoo magic. It's literally the way that we are wired when we are thinking and meditating on something positive. Literally, our thoughts have the ability to impact the words that we say, the actions that we take, and thus it helps to form and create the world around us. Whether we are meditating on thinking on something negative or thinking on something positive. Now, I'm not going to get too deep into this right now, but basically, all of our feelings and emotions can be linked back to specific thoughts that cause us to feel that way. There are actually only something like 6 different emotions that we can have, and all of the feelings that we have, there's thousands and thousands of feelings that we can describe. They really can all be traced back to about 6 general emotions. Now, I know quite a bit, but there are definitely researchers and psychologists out there who could expand on this more than me. But today I want to touch a little bit on it to just sort of help you be able to recognize what you're feeling, recognize what emotions those are linked to, and how those thoughts are developing in your own mind so that you can retrace those negative spirals and turn them into a positive spiral. So throughout today's podcast, I will be referencing the feeling wheel, which you can Google and look up for yourself if you've never heard of it. It was published by Gloria Wilcox, and so you can look into her own research and her work on the feeling wheel if you want to know more about it. I will definitely be referencing the feeling wheel because it's helped me a lot to decipher my own emotions and sort of understand the world around me better. So this wheel basically shows the 6 core emotions that then have primary and secondary emotions that stem off from that, which are the things that we feel. And, we'll give words like irritated, jealous, delighted, happy. There's so many emotions that we feel. And then we're constantly making up emotions, right? Like on Instagram, you can be like, #mood, #pizza. Are you feeling the emotion of pizza? I don't know, but I've definitely probably done that. But it's just there's an infinite amount of things that we can feel and try to express. But when you can backtrack and try to figure out where those feelings are stemming from, what is really the core emotion that you're feeling, it's extremely empowering because you're able to flip it and then see your negative thoughts turn into something positive. Or even see how your positive thoughts can accidentally turn backwards, and that's a whole nother story. But today we're going to focus on turning that negative spiral into something positive. So let's go back to our example with Ninja Grip. Maybe you're at the gym and there's a very grip-intensive obstacle that you've been working at for a while, but you literally keep falling off of it and you just feel like you're not strong enough yet. You're just doing something wrong. Maybe you've had a buddy at the gym try to help you and you're still not getting it. So maybe you begin to notice that you're lost in these feelings of, I'm never going to get this obstacle. I'm never going to be able to hold on to this. I'm always slipping off. I'm just no good at grip obstacles like this. I'm never going to be able to do something like this in a competition. Gosh, that basically means I'm just never going to be good in comps, because we all know after like the fourth or fifth obstacle in NNLs or whatever comps we're doing, they all just get more and more grip intensive. And then that means that I'm basically going to keep going to comps and wasting money because I'm never going to do well. And so why do I even go? Like, why am I even going to do ninja? Do I even like ninja? Like, is ninja even fun anymore? Maybe I should just focus on the fun things, but then I'm never going to be good at ninja. Maybe I should ask someone to coach me. Well, who's even going to want to coach me? I'm not even good enough for somebody to want to spend time with and coach. And the list of this weird negative spiral just gets deeper and deeper and more complex. But when you can stop the spiral and literally recognize your thoughts and recognize, oh gee, I'm like on this negative tantrum of a spiral inside of my brain. Like, what am I even saying to myself? Stop it in its tracks and then begin to recognize what those negative thoughts are. So maybe you're feeling doubtful or very self-critical, self-hating, jealous of the people around you. If you look on the feeling wheel, all of those feelings can be stemmed back to mad, being mad. Though you might feel like, if I'm doubtful, I'm not mad. Well, it's just a core emotion that can be stemmed to. So all of these negative thoughts a lot of times can be linked to being mad. Or if you look on the wheel, maybe you're finding that a lot of what you're feeling negative about is really just you feeling very sad. Like maybe you're lonely, you feel depressed. That's linked to sadness. Maybe you are feeling helpless, feeling like very anxious that there's no one to help you. You're overwhelmed. Maybe you're embarrassed about your own skills, and all of that can be linked to feeling scared. So when you're able to realize what these emotions are linked to, for example, with feeling mad, a lot of times, like we said, if you're feeling extremely frustrated or you're just angry that you're not doing anything right, you're very self-critical, you almost just get hostile about what's going on, you're jealous of the people around you, all of these things are linked back to being mad. So what's the opposite of being mad? On the wheel, the opposite emotion is being powerful. So when you're feeling powerful, you're feeling very aware of your own skills and abilities. You're proud of yourself. You feel respected. You feel appreciated, important. You're full of faith. These are all positive things. You feel confident. You feel valued. You feel successful. All of these things are linked to feeling powerful. How can we turn a negative spiral of feeling mad? How can we turn that negative spiral into feeling powerful? You're not necessarily going to be, thinking all these terrible things, and then all of a sudden you're like, yeah, but I'm powerful and it's fine. Problem solved, erased, I'm good now. That's not exactly how it works. But if you can recognize the spiral, realize the feelings that you're having, and literally take a second to breathe and just stop the thoughts. Then start to find the facts in the situation. Another podcaster called Kara Lowenthal uses this principle of neutralizing your thoughts, and I've adopted this principle because I think it works very well. But basically, if you recognize the negative emotions and then stop your thoughts in their tracks and neutralize them so that you can find the truth in the situation. So what does that mean, neutralize your thoughts? In our example, we're talking about grip. The truth is you're falling off the obstacle and you're either not strong enough to do it yet, or you're just so doubtful of yourself that your brain is not even allowing you to hold on. Or there's something else technical going on. Maybe you're not like closing your hand all the way. I don't know. What's the truth in the situation? You're not able to do it yet. Okay, that's true, and I'm not going to deny that. But let's really think about this. You currently cannot yet do the obstacle. Okay, I can live with that. Does that mean that you'll never in your entire life be able to do this obstacle? That's not necessarily true. Unless you never rework your thoughts and you never grow your strength and perhaps someone cuts off all of your fingers, then sure, yeah, maybe you'll never be able to do the obstacle. But there's no reason that has to be your truth. So we are going to step into the truth of you will be able to do this obstacle. But how are you going to get there? Well, think about what the negative spiral was. And then how are we going to turn that around to something positive? Well, you've thought, I'm never going to be able to do this. My grip sucks. I can't hold on. Okay, legitimately, you can work on your grip strength, right? Isn't that a thing that you can do? Well, maybe you feel like, I don't know how, I'm alone, no one can help me. I've been trying to work on my grip strength and I just can't. First of all, keep reminding yourself of the truth that you haven't been able to do it yet doesn't mean that you won't be able to do it. Because maybe every negative emotion that you keep feeling as you try to pull yourself out of the negative spiral is really just an excuse because you're very fearful that you'll never be able to succeed or that you'll try and you'll just keep failing. Well, failure, first of all, is just a benchmark to show you where you are currently and where you want to move on from. We all kind of talk about this already in the ninja world, that failure is not what we typically deem it to be, as something terrible and negative that means our life is over and we're amounting to nothing. No. Failure always teaches us something and gives us a springboard or a platform to move forward from. So let's just put that aside for the moment. So when you find your truth of, I can build my ninja strength, I can build my grip strength, you can allow yourself to start finding solutions to what you're going through. And you can start speaking to yourself and showing yourself that you can be powerful. Maybe you need to ask a friend at the gym to help you build a program or a schedule for working on your grip strength. Maybe you need to install cliffhangers over a door frame in your home so that you can practice at home. Maybe you need to write yourself out a schedule of how you're going to work on these things. These are all tangible things that you could do to build your grip strength. But more importantly, and what we're trying to focus on in this podcast is, what is your negative thought that's keeping you from being able to imagine yourself doing that positive thing successfully? So what is the mad thing in your head that's keeping you from thinking powerfully? So again, when we can recognize that spiral and then stop it in its tracks, like we said, neutralize it. The truth of the matter is you are not strong enough yet. You're not getting your grip right yet. And then switch it around and say, okay, like, I'm not there yet, but I'm going to be. And I am going to make a plan of action that's going to help me work on this problem, because I know that I can find a solution and I can develop the solution until I see success. And so as you embark on that positive spiral journey, it's important to be able to remind yourself, what is your goal? What is the positive thought that you want to surround yourself with in order to stay on that positive spiral? So maybe you need to write it down, have an affirmation that is very specific that says, I am growing my grip strength. I might not be able to do this vertical limit yet, or whatever the grip obstacle is you're working on. I might not be able to do this yet, but I'm growing my grip strength and I know that I will be able to. It can be as simple as that. It can be anything that you want to write, but something to keep that goal and that self-belief, that positive emotion of being powerful in front of you. The other cool thing about this is, if you really don't know where to start, if you feel like if it's a goal like that, you don't know how to accomplish it, if you're at a ninja gym, there's probably someone at your gym who can help you. And when you're able to approach them and say, hey, I know you can do this, I think that's amazing, and I would love for you to help me, they're probably going to feel really good about themselves and be really happy to help you. But even if they're not available or there is no one at your gym who can do that skill, there are millions of ninjas on Instagram, on Facebook, who've probably posted videos doing the skill that you want to be able to achieve. Basically, every ninja would love to get a DM from you asking for help, and they would probably love to send you tutorial videos or whatever. That's just the way the ninja community is. But it's like, we have all of these resources at our fingertips, so don't be afraid to ask for help, especially if it's something like ninja, where you're working on an obstacle that we're already trying to help each other. But if it's something outside of that, something in regular life that doesn't have to do with ninja, these same principles apply. So if you find yourself in a negative spiral about your relationships, or something with school or work, or even just in life in general about being successful or being a good mom, whatever it is, figure out what those negative thought patterns are and stop them in their tracks. Neutralize them, where you can figure out, what is the truth in my situation that's neutral. The plain fact of what's going on here. And remember, that's not something where you say, oh, the truth of the matter is I just suck. No. The truth of the matter maybe is you've had a hard time budgeting and keeping your finances, or you often struggle with comparing yourself to somebody else in a negative way. Another real life example could be, there's another girl that you feel like is beautiful and gorgeous and she's talented and you find yourself constantly comparing yourself to her, thinking she's better than me, she's just prettier than I am, she's just got her life together and I'm never going to be there. Well, let's stop that spiral and neutralize it. Hold up, me and this girl that I'm constantly comparing myself to, she probably has her own negative thoughts that she's dealing with that you know nothing about. And maybe the things that you deem as her positives are actually her insecurities. And she might be dealing with all sorts of negative spirals in her own head. And then you can kind of just break it down and simplify it even more. We're both humans just trying to live our best life, period. That's not a crime. Why do I feel jealous of her? Do I feel like she's got everything together and I don't? I'm also a valuable, beautiful person. Look at yourself in the mirror and remind yourself of all the beautiful features and attributes that you have, whether it's on the outside or on the inside. Give yourself some love and remember all the things that you love about yourself. And then if you're also trying to live your best life, then every day, what do you want to be doing? Putting your best foot forward, being an encouragement to the people around you, wearing a smile on your face. You have things to offer the world. And so when you see other people that you feel like have something better to offer or are just doing better than you are, maybe you're feeling inferior or apathetic or just lonely or depressed about yourself because you're just comparing yourself to someone else. So this is again where you can stop that negative spiral and recognize the feelings that you're having and recognizing that a lot of those feelings are linked to the emotion of feeling sad. What's the opposite of feeling sad? Feeling joyful. So when you can stop those thoughts in its tracks and again neutralize it, like we said, we're both just two girls trying to live our best life. And I want to live my best life too. My best life looks joyful. Find those ways to feel excited about your own life. Be grateful for who you are, thankful for the things that you have in your life, and dwell on those things. Dwell on those emotions of feeling excited and creative and hopeful about the things that I see in my own life and cultivate those things. Be playful, get out of your comfort zone and be daring and begin to really welcome and cultivate the good things in your life. And you're going to be able to cultivate that joy and focus on that positive spiral instead of comparing yourself in a negative way. All right, Ninja Babe, I think that's good for lesson number 1. Quick shout out to our sponsors. SleepOvation is an amazing mattress company that is changing the comfort game with their 700 tiny mattresses in one. SleepOvation offers a 100-night trial with free returns. They are Sturdy Pure US certified. They're non-toxic, which means you're not sleeping on a bed of harmful chemicals. They're 100% made in the USA and offer free shipping in the US. This mattress is supportive, comfy, and I look forward to sleeping on it every night because it gives me such great rest. We all know as athletes, we need those precious hours of sleep to help us recover and be ready to crush life and ninja the next day. The technology of this mattress is really cool. Each individual foam piece can press down independently from the rest of the bed, so that helps to alleviate pressure on your joints and muscles because it allows your body to move freely without feeling like you're stuck sinking into the bed or rigid laying on something immovable. This is the ultimate in comfy and genius in its support technology. So tap the link in the details on your phone or check out the Ninjababes YouTube channel and find the link there. If you have questions or comments, please hit us up on Instagram or the ninjababes@gmail.com. And don't forget, we actually have our first ever Ninjababes hangout for the Philly, New York City region. We're going to be hanging out in Philadelphia on May 19th. It's a Saturday night. The way that you can get the details for that event will be through the Ninjababes Facebook page. It's going to be in a closed group, so that the address and all that information is kept private. So if you'd like to be at that event on May 19th, please head on over to the Ninjababes on Facebook and like the Ninjababes and then request access to that Philly NYC group. And also, if there are goals that you're working on in Ninja and you need help on the course or you need help developing a certain skill, you can actually go to theninjababes.com and there is a free download there. All you have to do is put in your email address and you'll have access to a worksheet that basically helps you outline your goals and be able to develop those skills on your own, even if you don't have a ninja coach or someone at your gym who can help you one-on-one. It's a downloadable worksheet, like a homework packet, to help you recognize the skills that you want to develop and figure out how to do that on your own and set your own goals. Thank you so much for listening. And also don't forget to head on over to the Ninjababes YouTube channel. We have a new video up there from the National Ninja League World Finals this past February in Hartford, Connecticut. Some of you had participated in a video there that was basically around the theme of what is your strength and what does it mean to be strong. So you can check that out on the YouTube channel if you haven't seen it yet. Remember, be strong, be you, be a Ninjababe.